So from looking at the static HTML and looking at what style sheets are there, we see there's another component probably for room list, which seems reasonable. Now we have no real data in that, right? But it's there. So how about we make that? New file, roomlist.js. Not a ton of benefit in seeing me type it all out, so I am just going to paste it and walk through it. I'm pasting it in Slack as well. So I am again using Aphrodite. If you look at roomlist.css, I have a couple pseudo selectors. I have a before and a hover. So I have to use that. So my outer element nav. Here I use the auto-generated CSS class as well as the class room list. So I had to use a template literal with interpolation to get the one out of the function. Then I had styles for the UL, for the LI, for each of the links in there. And here they are. So we use the same trick with link here. Any pseudo selectors have to be quoted like this. There's another little trick here. The content CSS property requires a quoted thing. It requires a quoted string. So I have to actually put quotes inside my quotes. So I just put double quotes inside my single quotes. That way the CSS will actually have the double quotes. So another little trick there. But otherwise, this is just kind of more of the same. So that's the new component. So back in sidebar, I can import that. And here it is, nav class name equals room list. Get rid of all that and just throw room list in there. And room list was also a child of this. So again, that rule of padding 0, 1, I just added that inside room list. So back in sidebar, now the only thing that's actually applying to is the H1. So this business of using the spread operator, I can simplify this. I can just say styles.h1 and just move that rule in there because it's the only one that rule actually applies to anymore. So I'm going to simplify my H1 here. So padding 0, 1 rem. I'm going to add here and just get rid of that children rule. And if all is well, it should still look the same. Yep, it still has that padding there. And now my rooms are styled as well.
So where did you put the before?
What's that? What's that?
Hash. Did you put the before in there, or did you actually just type hash?
Oh, yeah, that's the before. So if you look at the markup, the hash isn't there. It's just the word general or the word random.
Okay.
So that is using a before pseudo element.
I was wondering if you put both of the colons there or not.
I did. It works with one colon, but it's supposed to have 2 colons. It's a pseudo element as opposed to a pseudo class. So more proper to have 2 colons. Now inside room list, this H2 is kind of huge. So that's supposed to have its own, font size 1 rem. I missed that when I did this. This should have been a rule for the H2. So what I copied and pasted isn't quite right. Should have had, what was it, 1.1 rem? Font size 1 rem. And then up here on my H2, I say class name, not style, equals CSS parens styles.h2. That's more like it. Add room list component. Did I push it?